Anyways, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Now, before I get into today's topic that I wanted to talk about, I sort of wanted to give you guys an update about what I was doing and what I've done over the past couple months. But a lot has happened for me recently, you know, like graduating high school, going to my senior prom, moving to Philadelphia temporarily, and I'm still here. We have yet to find a house back in Jersey, but yeah. A lot of drama as well over the past couple months that has honestly taught me a lot about myself. I'm still not comfortable talking about it to this day and what has happened. I don't know. I will eventually make a video on it, but yeah, that has happened. Other than that, I've been also doing a lot of art lately. I got back into the game, so to speak, and I've been drawing a lot. I used to draw a bunch in high school, like doodle and stuff. And I used to do like art projects and like make sculptures and shit in my art class. But recently I bought a new sketchbook and I started drawing a bunch and designed a couple of my tattoos. Actually, funny enough, my tattoo banner, you guys, you cannot see, hold on. But my tattoo banner actually is designed by me. So yeah, that's why I like this tattoo partly. But yeah, I also been drawing a bunch in this new sketchbook that I got, and it is right here. I will show you some of them. So this was the first piece that I did. God, it's not gonna focus, is it? Please, por favor. Yeah, you can barely see that shit. It is not gonna focus, but you know, I've been drawing a bunch. This is a Berserk piece that I did. You guys probably can't see it. Please. Oh, I designed like a little menu for my for the restaurant I worked at. It was like a thing, chalkboard thing, and then I did another Bayonetta piece. God, you cannot see that. Please focus. I don't even know at this point. And then designed a hand tattoo next, Memento Mori, which is Latin for remember you have to die. I'm getting that on my hand with a rose. It's gonna be fucking sick. You cannot see that, god damn it. And then I designed another Bayonetta piece, but this one's a two-way piece. This one is actually going to go on my arm pretty soon by the end of the month. Tattooed right here. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait for that. And then I designed another forearm piece for my favorite anime, Kill la Kill, that I watched recently. I binge watched all like 20-something episodes, and then I was like, well, I gotta design a tattoo for that. So it might go here. I don't know. That's like way down in the future if I still like Kill la Kill. But damn, yeah, I love that piece. But you know, that's pretty much it for art. Other than that, I've been also working on my gaming channel, which currently has like 3-point-something K subs. I totally forgot. But yeah, that has been quite an adventure. I mean, I stopped posting for a while, and now I'm getting back into the game. It's been kind of difficult, but yeah, you know, making money off of something I'm very passionate about, which is gaming, is honestly amazing. So far, I've made about like 800, almost $1,000 total. You know, not monthly, but like overall over like the 2 years I started, I made like a grand, which is kind of decent. I know it's not like the best in terms of like growth, but you know, I'm getting there. 3K subs with like more than 500,000 views, so that ain't bad. Also, I've been on a diet for about a month now, you know, making my own food and tracking my macronutrients, and then also working out a bunch on the side because I've been trying to get man titties, aka pecs, for a while, and then also work on my abs, so that's like a thing, but it's coming in. I'm pretty happy with what I got so far and what I've achieved physically, but there's still a lot to go. I still need to get the six-pack, son, and these man titties. Has been always my goal, to get man titties. I don't know why I phrased it that way. I think I was in the weight room one time with a couple friends and we just joked about it, but yeah, I refer to pecs as man titties. But anyways, on to today's topic that I wanted to talk about, which was living life as though you're driving with only the rear view mirrors. That was a tongue twister in and of itself. But the reason why I wanted to bring this up today is because recently I listened to a song by Mac Miller called Objects in the Mirror, which he released in like 2013. I've also been listening to his new album, which is hot fire. Like pretty much every song in that album like is really clicking with, you know, how I feel at the moment, which is awesome. Highly suggested. But in the song, he talks about things in the rearview mirror and that how you have to move on with life and stuff like that. And that got me thinking back to a time to where I went to a summer camp and they taught me about, you know, driving or living life driving as though you're only using your rearview mirror. And, you know, that was really honestly for me quite an eye-opener nowadays. I know this might be confusing and then I'm really butchering this, but I'm going to try my best to sort of make sense of this. But back when I was a kid, I didn't understand this lesson until, now when I turned 18, when it's sort of clicking with me. But I had learned it at sort of a Christian camp that I went to with my best friend at the time. And, every night they would teach you about, God, and, teach you about life lessons and stuff like that, and go through it. And one of the lessons really clicked with me. Our counselor at this time wanted to teach us this lesson in sort of a metaphor. So he, had life figuratively be like driving a car. You're going to a destination and you don't know where it is. You might stop at this place, you might stop at that place, but you're going to go to a destination and you're going to get there. And the way it reflects life is that, life is sort of like driving a car, really. Like, we're going to a destination and we're going to reach it, and our final destination being death. But the point was, when you're driving a car, you have to pay attention to the road, and sometimes throughout life we get hung up on things and we pass things that we miss dearly, whether it be a loved one or a memory you had with somebody or a time that you were the happiest or something like that. Sometimes we hang on to those moments going through, and the car is still moving, you're still going, and soon enough those objects that you pass by or whatever you pass by will eventually fade. But a lot of people nowadays like to look in the rearview mirror while they're driving, solely for that purpose, and that can have really bad effects. It can affect your life in a lot of different ways, and for me it has greatly. For a while now I've been feeling that way, driving only looking at the rearview mirror, because personally I've been holding on to something and thinking about certain times I had with people, and that's sort of been holding me back from looking at the road, and it's caused me honestly to stumble. It's caused me to fall, and it taught me a lot about myself, honestly. But now I feel as if it's getting played out, it's getting old, and me to admit that I'm sort of living life as though I'm driving only looking at the rearview mirror is probably the first step to recovery. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, woe is me, I have big problems, whatever. I honestly, in hindsight, I really don't. But I can't deny the fact that I do have my fair share of problems, and that as of lately I do feel this way, like I said before. But it's that thing that I hold on to, and I feel like other people hold on to, whatever they're going through, that prevents us from looking at the road, that prevents us from being happy or being their normal selves, because they're holding on to that one moment, they're holding on to something that makes them look at that rear view mirror, you know what I'm saying? That is such a tongue twister, Jesus Christ. But as of recent times, it has been kind of difficult. I am not gonna lie, holding on to something that is preventing me from looking at the road, and it's been a tough time. And the reason why I bring it up is because I feel as though a lot of people nowadays have that vice. They have that thing in their lives that makes them look at that mirror, and as tough as it is, we will move on, and it's so rough. It's one of the things, or one of the reasons why I got the tattoo that I did. It's a black rose, and roses, they grow up, but they eventually die, because everything's temporary. And just like this car, we will reach our destination, but just sometimes we tend to look at that rearview mirror and just reminisce, and it causes us to crash into a whole lot of things, and I just wanted to talk about that today. I don't know, I've been going in circles here, but admitting that to the camera has honestly been kind of rough. I'm not going to lie. And necessarily will I talk about what's been causing me to look at this rear view mirror? I don't know. Time will tell, because at the current moment I can't really. I don't think I have the strength to admit that to the camera in front of whoever's watching this, really. But whatever you're going through throughout life, driving, I hope the best for you. If you guys are going through a tough time right now, and just something's really having you focus on that rearview mirror, I hope to God that you end up looking at the road, and I hope to God that I just start looking at the road instead of driving the rearview mirror, man. It's been quite a while, and as much as I want to say that I want to look at the road, and as much as I tell myself that I'm looking at the road, I still find myself multiple times just looking at the rearview mirror, you know, just like touching a hot stove. I always and saying that it's so rough, but I always end up touching the hot stove or looking at the rear mirror, and it's been causing me to get hurt, you know. But it works doubly for me as fuel to really just work on my shit, you know, because admitting, you know, the first step to admitting that you have a problem is to be honest with yourself, you know, or I think that's how it goes. I don't know, but yeah, anyways, I've been rambling on for too much. I just wanted to give you guys sort of, you know, a little update, and also, you know, talk about, you know, this little topic that I want to talk about. It's been a little rough. It's been a little rough for the past couple days, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And, you know, if you're going through anything, I'm happy to hear. I'm all ears for it, you know. So type in the comments. You know, I just want to hear your stories, what you're going through. And yeah, you know, have a good time and peace. I don't even know what the fuck that was.